What's up, guys? Justin checking in here at the Life warehouse. I was going to do a little short, brief video on just basic maintenance on Life mods. Today's video, I'm going to use one of the faded FUBAR Spectrum mods just for the video purpose. Pretty much what I'm going to show you will work on any of the mods. I just grabbed this one just for the purpose of doing this video. So, first off, the easiest way to do it, as far as cleaning the threads on your tube, would be to use the Life cleaning tool for the mod. So what you want to do is get you a drill if you've got a Life cleaning tool. If you don't, I highly recommend them. They make life a lot easier. But you want to chuck that up into the drill. You want to put your mod by hand on this. You don't want to drill it on there because you potentially could strip out the threads. So make sure you do that by hand. Once that's on there nice and secure, if you've got a brass or a copper mod, then you can polish, the mod on this with like a Life cleaning rag, or with this one being aluminum anodized, you don't really need to clean the outside. We just want to make sure that all of our contact points, threads are nice and buttery. So, like I said, take your button housing off where you can get to the tube. Life cleaning rag. Normally what I'll do is I'll just take it and get it around my finger, get in there, and then just run it. Put some pressure on the threads so you make sure you get down inside the threads. And as you can see, look there, just running it for that. It's pulling some of that out. Let's give it another go real quick. Okay, put some nice pressure on there. Make sure you get the threads all nice and clean. Deal. So to me, I think that looks pretty good. I just kind of eyeball them. You can't even go a step further. I don't have a sink right here in front of me, so I'm not going to do that. Anytime I polish, use a Life rag or anything like that, I always like to take my mod and I'll get some soapy water on a microfiber and do the same process with soap and water to make sure you get any kind of residue or chemicals from a polish or a rag that would leave on them threads. So make sure you want to do that. You'll still, like if you're trying to clean your mod to make it look pretty, you still want to polish it, then you want to hit it with soap and water, because polish stays on there. The residue dries up, it can affect performance as well, so make sure you get any kind of polish off of it after that. So for these purposes, normally I would go do that next. I don't have a sink right here in front of me for you guys to see, so I'm going to pass that right now, but just keep that in mind. So then I'm going to go to my button and the button housing, and what I normally do is just go ahead and disassemble this. So let me get this taken apart real quick. Get the contact out. So we'll set the contact to the side for a minute. Go ahead and get the magnets out. This one has the matte black buttons, so there's really nothing to clean on it unless, you just get it dirty. You don't have to worry about that. Next, what I do is you got to do this by hand, but I'll just take my contact housing, or my housing for my button, and then I'll just take a Life rag, Life cleaning rag, go back and forth on it, make sure and squeeze it, put some pressure, make sure you get in those threads. Once you get down in there, you can see there, it's pulling some pretty good stuff off of it. So once I do that, then I'll normally take it to the sink, put some soap and water on there. You can even go up on the inside where the magnets go. Make sure and give that a good rub. And then another thing that I like to do is the tunnel that the contact seats in down in here. That's a major component for conductivity. So I normally take a Q-tip and I will take some polish, some alcohol, whatever, and I will make sure and clean that tunnel in that on the inside very well. Or you can also take your Life rag and put it in there. I normally try to grab it and give a pull on it, get it in there nice and good, and then I just spin this on there. So as you can see, I got it running all the way through that little tunnel, and then I just make sure and keep pressure on it and try to see. There you go. So then I'm cleaning there. Once again, soap and water is your best friend afterwards. Get any kind of polish residue you can off. So after that's done, then you move on to your contact. Contacts are super easy to clean. This, of course, is your main component for conductivity, so you definitely don't want this to have anything on it. So what I'll normally do is just take the contact face down, make sure I get all the stuff off the top of it, and then I'll hit it on a clean rag. So there's that. Clean the top, and then also you want to clean around the sides of this thing. So just take it, polish whatever you got. Like I said, rubbing alcohol will get a lot of dirt and grime off of it too. Go ahead and polish the whole side of that contact. Make sure you get up and under that crevice on it. And then once again, the threads are a major component. So go ahead and try to clean those threads the best you can. Once you feel comfortable with that, take it on down, wash it off as well. Normally I'll just do all that at one time, take it to the sink. Soapy water and a microfiber, that way nothing scratches anything. Clean everything real good, scrub it, rinse it off, then just hand dry it. For the most part, you're good to go on that. So now that I've done that, like I said, I'm going to skip that feature. But I'm going to go ahead and reassemble everything. So I'll put my contact back in the housing. I'll drop my large magnet on the top. I'll make sure I got the two resisting each other, which that is. Put the small one on my button. Then I'll simply just put the button back in. Now, these are made to run flush. I personally like to run my button sticking out just a little bit. That's my personal preference. You don't have to do that. There's no wrong or right way, but they are made to set flush if you would like to do that. So I'll go ahead and do that one for the video purpose. Got it in there setting flush. You take the mod off of here. Do it by hand so you don't strip your threads. Once that's off, also don't forget your 510 threads. You can always give that a little bit of a clean. A Q-tip's normally the easiest way to get in there. Put a little polish on a Q-tip, run it in there a few times, then like I said, put some rubbing alcohol on it, run it through there, get all the polish out. Then whenever you give it a good bath, anything residual that's left over should come right out. So I'm good on that. So then we're going to go ahead and assemble this. I'm going to put my battle deck and mini cap on here first, all the way down set and flush. Drop in my VTC housing until it stops, and then there you go, guys. As you can see, aluminum mod, it hits just as hard as anything out there. Just got to make sure you keep them nice and clean and maintained. One of the reasons I wanted to show this mod is aluminum mods hit perfectly fine as long as they're clean. I personally, when I normally run a .06 to a .08 in my daily, when I have a clean aluminum mod, I honestly can't tell the difference between performance in aluminum and brass. They both are pretty close. Copper, yeah, copper, you might see a little difference just because it is really conductive compared to the two, but I can't tell any difference between aluminum and brass when it's clean. Aluminum will pit. I don't care if it's being used, if it's sitting on a shelf, if it's touching air, aluminum will pit, which means you might see some little black corrosion start to form on threads or anywhere where bare aluminum is exposed. The easiest way for that is even if you're not using an aluminum mod, clean it once a week. I clean my mods once a week, make sure they're in nice tip-top shape. Clean it once a week. If you let aluminum mod set, it will start to corrode or pit, as they call it. So just to keep that from happening, clean your mods once a week. I know you guys have time sitting around on the computer or whatever. Sit down, clean your mods once a week, whether you're using them or not. That'll make sure they're staying in good shape, and then whenever you're ready to use it, it'll be clean and ready to go. So, but yeah, I just wanted to do a video to kind of show you guys what I do and what I recommend you all do on these. But there you go, guys. So enjoy that, and if you got any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them as soon as possible. Thanks.